Hello everybody and welcome to DRL TV. I'm your host James Mandoff, and tonight is the second race of the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series playoffs here at Las Vegas for the Sin City 150. Currently underway with qualifying. You see on your screen last week's winner, spoiler David Reyes. He's going to park it right in front of the start finish line. He's going to start in the back of the pack for this one. Let's see who else is on track. We have Dakota Wilkins in the 44. We're going to go on board with him as he does his qualifying lap. Coming off of turn number 3, he's currently sitting on the pole. Let's see if he'll be able to improve his lap time. At 31.184, he got bumped off though by Steven Sims, so currently sitting second is the 44 Dakota Wilkins. Many drivers have yet to qualify. We have Adam Free on the racetrack. So he's coming down the back straight, gonna enter turn number 3. He's going high, about a truck length up off the white line through 3 and 4. He's coming to the start finish line. See what kind of lap time he can place, as we are now halfway done with qualifying. 2.5 minutes to go. 14th with a 31.425. Down the backstretch he goes again. A little bit lower entry that time, but we'll see how much improvement he can make on his lap. You see him cut down onto the apron below that white line, and he'll move himself up to 6th with a 31.224, a great lap time for him. Let's check out playoff contender Daniel Holloway. Daniel Holloway with 1 win on the year. He's looking for more as we continue throughout these playoffs. Heads down through 3 and 4. Looks like he's on pace for a pretty decent lap. We'll see what happens. 1 minute remaining. Richard Springer currently on the pole. Just outside of the top 10 for Daniel Holloway. Adam Breeden, he's going to start in the back, as well as the 42 of Dave Wright we mentioned earlier. Jim Westfield was in the lobby. He's currently not there, so hopefully he'll be able to join back in time, or else this is going to be huge on his playoff chances to advance to the round of 8. But it looks like at the very last minute, Adam Purcell bumped off Richard Springer, currently going to be sitting on the pole. No one else is yet to qualify. So a pole time of 31.139 for the 58 of Adam Purcell. Jim Westfield is on track. He's not going to have enough time to make it, however. 2-1, and qualifying is now complete. Adam Purcell in the 58 will be starting on the pole. Adam Purcell, one of the 12 drivers in the playoffs, so this is a great start to the second race for him. We'll show the playoff standings in a second, but let's see if we can pull in the 58 for an interview. Hey Adam Purcell, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, bumping off Richard Springer for the pole in the last minute of this one. How do you feel going into tonight? Being a playoff driver, you're currently sitting 9th in the standings. A win here could secure you directly into the round of 8.
Obviously, I would love to win as much as every other driver, but this track is looking like it's going to be a lot about tire management, saving your tires for the long run. And it's kind of just like a Daytona or a Talladega, kind of just a single groove. And as soon as you can get that top lane, when you're going flat out like this, you're going to be able to pull away from somebody immediately.
Absolutely. Well, looking back at your spring Las Vegas race, you had started second, but you finished in the 16th position. So hopefully you'll get a lot better finishing position here tonight. As we head into Talladega next week, you're definitely going to want to lock yourself in now and not have to gamble at a place like Talladega.
Yeah, obviously, I would love to go into Talladega and not have to worry about all the pandemonium that goes on there. But hope we can get a good finish out of this track and get set up for Talladega and finish this first round off.
Alrighty, man. Well, we're going to let you go here as we are rolling. Good luck tonight, and hopefully we talk to you at the end of this one.
All right, thank you.
That was Adam Purcell. As we take a look at the grid, Adam Purcell, Richard Springer make up row number 1. Jarrett Rogers, Steven Sims, row 2. Ted Emenheiser with a solid 5th place starting spot alongside him, Dakota Wilkins. Austin Collins, Corey Sherman, 7th and 8th. Rounding out the top 10 goes to Jeremy Hebel and the 29 of Adam Faree. Brent Kincott starting 11th, Jared Gordon alongside him. Roy Grande, Daniel Holloway, 13th and 14th. Ronnie Outlaw starting in 15th, David Lindahl alongside him in the 88 truck. Rod Fosnow, Thaddeus Jackson make up 17th and 18th. 19th goes to Cody Barber and Patrick Calgill round out the top 20. 21st goes to Cody Gasky, Dustin Jones 22nd. 23rd, Dustin Eichert, Adam Breeden 24th. As the pace truck gets ready to duck off, Adam Purcell going to lead him to the line. 100 laps here at Las Vegas. And we are green. Great start there by Adam Purcell. He's going to lead him by a few truck lengths into turn number 1. Richard Springer already being contested by the 9 of Jarrett Rogers. Steven Sims going to follow him on that inside lane. Little blink out there by Steven Sims. Gonna have to keep an eye on that throughout the night. As Jarrett Rogers moves up to that middle line, Steven Sims looks like he's gonna have that inside momentum. He's gonna try a crossover on the 58 of Adam Purcell. But it's Purcell that leads lap number 1. And here comes the 8 of Ted Emenheiser. Taking 3rd away from Rogers in the 9. As the side-by-side battle for that lead continues, Steven Sims trying to hold on strong on that outside lane. Purcell has that advantage, and he's going to be able to clear him. Through turns 1 and 2 they go. You see Jim Westerfield coming back onto the racetrack. He's going to be 1 lap down. At the line again, it's side by side, Adam Purcell with the nose advantage. And one man on the move is that 29 of Adam Faree. Started 10th. He's about to crack open the top 5 if he can get around the 21 of Richard Springer. And another man, Corey Sherman, currently 4th, battling Ted Emenheiser for that 3rd position. Going 3 wide is Corey Sherman. He's going to take a 2-for-1 special going into turn number 3. And it's going to be Sherman leading the lap over Steven Sims. Great racing going on all around. As with 2x2, the front two, this looks like Talladega. Steven Sims is able to get around Corey Sherman. He's going to finally lead a lap. But maybe not for long. Corey Sherman coming on that inside line. Ted Emenheiser going to show his nose in the mix as he's giving Steven Sims a strong push down that back stretch. The 33 Roy Grande's ended at the top 5. Great racing going on for the lead. Ted Emenheiser, Corey Sherman working that inside lane. It's only Steven Sims on the high line. Anna Free in 4th, Roy Grande, and Ronnie Outlaw in the 51 truck, looking to take a top 5 away. Ted Emenheiser looking to get that lead away from Sherman. We're on lap number 15 of 100. Now, if you guys remember, it was Corey Sherman that won the spring race here, leading 21 laps. Back in the pack a little bit, you can see a lot of 3-4 wide racing going on. Ooh, big wiggle there by the 51 of Outlaw and the 4 of King Cod. Those guys seem to have it back together. Hebel in the one truck alongside him, Patrick Cowgill. This is the battle for 12th. Last week's winner, David Wright's all the way back in the 23rd position. But back up front as these trucks are single filing out. This tire wear starting to get to them. It's Corey Sherman, Ted Emenheiser, Richard Springer, Adam Ferree, and Steven Sims making up the top 5. On board with Steven Sims. As he dives it down in there, almost getting into the back of the 29. Bit of a blink out there going on by Steven Sims now. Looks like he's back. And for second, Richard Springer to the inside. 20 laps complete. Emenheiser went way high. That's going to allow the 21 to get by him. You see Highwaymen Motorsport teammates Jarrett Rogers, Austin Collins, sandwiching the 58 of Adam Purcell, the pole sitter. This is back in the 8th position. And now it's Springer looking to close in on Corey Sherman. A 10th of a second is the gap now. Almost making contact. Springer got so close off of turn 4. Looks like a pit stop being made by Cody Barber. He has significant damage. Let's see if we can see what happened to him. On board with the Cody Barber 28 truck. I believe it happened off of turn 4. We'll see in about 5 seconds. Looks like the one of Hebel got into the wall. That made contact with Brent Kingcott. And significant damage to Cody Barber. Let's see if we can see that from Hebel's point of view. Gonna go back 2 laps. See if there was any contact that helped put him into the wall. Side by side with Ronnie Outlaw through 3 and 4. Yeah, it looks like the 51 of Outlaw got right up into him. As we're back live, the battle for second is on. Adam Faree, Richard Springer. Is it going to allow Corey Sherman to pull away? Oh, the 29 sliding up the track. While we are running on the green, let's see if we can pull in the point standing and show you guys what we are looking at. One race complete of the first round of the playoffs. Dakota Wilkins, Austin Collins, Steven Sims, Richard Springer, and Jim Westfield are currently at the top 5. You see the cutoff line. It is a tie between Jarrett Rogers and Adam Purcell for that 8th position. Grant Kingcott, Patrick Cowgill, Adam Faree are all drivers looking in to try to make that top 8 and advance to the next round. As it's now a 4-truck battle for this race, lead on lap number 30. Springer's going to have the advantage at the line. Lap 30 is in the books. You see Brent Kingcott's coming down to pit for service. Cody Barber's still on pit lane, not the night he wanted to have. Ooh, contact there. Steven Sims got into the side of Adam Faree. Let's take you back on that. We're going to go on board with Adam Faree. You see right there into him, he got sideways. Adam Faree did a great job keeping it straight. Didn't lose a whole lot of momentum either. Fury and Sims still battling strong. They make contact on the front stretch. .45 of Steven Sims got doored coming off of turn number 4. Gonna have to keep an eye on that if that was payback or if he just got loose off the corner. As the battles continue mid-pack, it's big wiggle there by the 8 of Ted Emmonizer. Let's see if we can see that. On board with Emmonizer as they go through turns 1 and 2. You see Faris scrape the wall. Jerry Rogers had nowhere to go, ended up making contact with the 8. But it looks like no harm, no foul for these guys. It's all Richard Springer, a 3/4 of a second lead over Corey Sherman. Adam Purcell getting back into the mix. The battle for 4th with Steven Sims. A big loss of momentum there. And Sims got wiggly. The 9 of Jerry Rogers got into him, going down the backstretch, trying to give him that extra bump. Looks like Rogers going to go to the outside now. Austin Collins is making his presence felt. He's going to take third away from Adam Faree. Austin Collins started in the 7th position. He's now entered the top 3, his highest position so far tonight. Pat Eminenizer, who was in the top 5 most of the early part of tonight, all the way back in 10th now, right behind him, Sidarius Jackson in the 85. See Austin Collins really having a momentum run down the backstretch. He's going to get to the inside of Sherman. Going to try to take that 2nd position away. While all that's going on, Richard Springer is cruising. A 2.5 is almost the gap between him and Austin Collins. Collins' teammate Jerry Rogers looking to the inside now of Sherman to take 3rd away. There he goes, nose advantage now coming off of turn 4. And the 29 of Adam Faree coming down the pit. Just shy of halfway. Makes you wonder if everyone's going to have to pit before the halfway point, if we're going to have a 2nd green flag stop, 2nd pit stop before the end of this one. Ragonda in the 33 coming down the pit as well. The field is really being spread out now. See a battle for the top 10. Sidarius Jackson, David Lindahl, Dustin Jones, David Wright. As more and more people coming down. We are now on lap number 50. When Springer crosses the line, it will be the halfway point of completion as he's coming down the pit. Race leader, Richard Springer coming down the pit. Austin Collins will lead this lap. Now Collins coming down the pit, and Dakota Wilkins, as well as David Wright. Ronnie Outlaw in as well, so it looks like everybody has come down for service. You see everybody coming up off pit lane, back onto the racetrack. As the cycle out continues. Trying to see who will become the race leader. You see Corey Sherman getting past Austin Collins as well as Richard Springer, who are up to speed, whereas Collins is getting back up to the speed, race speed. Adam Purcell gets around him. So Adam Ferry will be the beneficiary of green flag Kristaps as he has taken over the race lead. He did pit 2 laps sooner than everybody else. As you see Corey Sherman closing the gap on him. And a caution is out on the racetrack. Not quite sure who it's for. It might be David Wright. Let's see if we can see what happened. Going down the backstretch. Ah, right there you see David Lindahl getting into the side of him as the 10 truck is coming onto the racetrack. David Wright loses it and collects the 39 of Dustin Jones. And that is what brought out the first caution here tonight in the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series at Las Vegas. We got a few takers coming down to pit. As the field cycles back to the pace track, we're going to be going racing with about 40 laps to go. as the field's going to double file up. Adam Furry going to elect the inside line. Adam Furry, Adam Purcell, Jarrett Rogers, Dakota Wilkins, Ronnie Outlaw, Richard Springer make up the first 3 rows on this restart. Green flag is out Furry with a great launch. Adam Purcell in second. The battle for third is on. Purcell able to grab the lead and lead the first lap off the restart. Dakota Wilkins in second. He's going to look to the inside for the lead. And the caution is out for Adam Purcell, spinning around. We're going to see that one more time. Down the back straight, Dakota Wilkins thought he was clear and able to get behind the 58 of Purcell, but that is not the case. Purcell did a great job keeping it off the wall. Looks like he has little to no damage. And through all that, Daniel Holloway, is going to become the race leader. 63 laps are complete. Going to be 64 at the line. Should be getting the 1 to go signal. Daniel Holloway is your race leader. Richard Springer second. Jarrett Rogers third. And Dave Lindahl in the 38. He's made himself into the top 5. Let's see if we can get Mr. Lindahl for an interview. Hey David, this is the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy? Hey David, this is the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Before we get going, I just want to bring you in here. You started in the 16th position. You're currently inside the top 5 with under 40 laps to go. How's the truck feel, and do you think you'll have a shot to play spoiler and pick up a win?
It all depends on how the tires hold out. The truck got really tight on old tires on that first run, so if I can manage my tires and keep that from happening, yes, I think I do have a shot.
Alright man, well I see this truck is double filing you guys up, so I'm going to let you go here and get focused, and hopefully we talk to you at the end of this one.
Thank you.
Nice quick interview there with David. He said he has a shot to win this thing. It's going to be an exciting 35 laps. Looks like Daniel Holloway elects the outside lane. That's going to give Richard Springer the inside. Green flag out, a great restart there by Daniel Holloway. Inside lane just didn't get going as quickly as David Lindahl is now up to second. Going back in the back a bit, you see 4 wide in the back. Ronnie Outlaw all the way down to the apron. He was getting forced down there by Jeremy Evans. Back up front for the lead. Lindahl is looking to the inside. But it's the outside lane with the more trucks as Richard Springer's going to get right up behind Holloway, push him out to the front. Lindahl with a little bobble there as Roy Grande is now to his outside. Cyrus Jackson has entered the mix. Big wreck in the back. Not quite sure who was involved. Looks like maybe the 10 of Fosner. Oh, it's right up in front of him. Oh, many trucks involved. Let's see if we can. It looks like Farid turned the one. And it was on from there. You can see all the smoke happening in front of them, just nowhere to go for many of these drivers. The 29, the 35, the 82 involved. On board with Jared Gordon. You can see the mayhem happening in front of him. Right there you see Farid turn him and then gets into the side of Dustin Iger, sending him into the inside wall. So a big wreck happening for the middle half of this field, 7 drivers involved in total. On lap number 70, we're going to have less than 30 laps to go when we go back racing. Trucks double filing up now. Richard Springer, Steven Sims, row 1. Corey Sherman, Ronnie Outlaw make up row 2. Patrick Cowgill has now entered the top 5. Alongside him is tonight's pole sitter, Adam Purcell. Daniel Holloway, Dave Lindahl, and then Roy Grande and Cyrus Jackson round out the top 10. Green flag out for Richard Springer, leading them to the line. A great restart there by the 21. Corey Sherman manages to get around Steven Sims for second. Great battle going on for this race. Lee Patrick Cowgill, Adam Purcell in the mix. Corey Sherman going to try to get to the high side of the 21. Three wide for the race lead. Adam Purcell tries to get to the inside. He had to back off. He was running out of real estate. That's going to allow Corey Sherman to use that high side momentum down the backstretch. And looks like he'll be able to clear Richard Springer for that lead. Back truck coming up, Jim Westerfield. Fighting back though. Jim Westerfield going high and out of the way for these race leaders. Four wide in the middle for a second there. Ronnie Outlaw has to back out of there with nowhere to go with Jim Westerfield being on the high side. Oh, contact there with the 6 of Sherman, the 58 of Purcell, the 31 of Cowgill. Big wreck. Big wreck involving many drivers. Corey Sherman on his roof. It is over for him. See if we can see that one more time. As they go down the backstretch, this is for the lead. Load of contact there with the 21, entering turn 3. Coming off of turn 4, the 58 just gets into him. Looked like there was a bit of net code, and it was on from there. Gonna go on board with the 27. Cody Gasky. You see the smoke? You see it happening in front of him? Absolutely nowhere to go. And through all that, David Lindahl is now your race leader. We know David Lindahl has been close so many times this season to getting that first win. He barely missed the playoff cut line. A win here tonight would be an amazing feeling for him and his team. When we go back racing, we'll have 20 laps to go. Dakota Wilkins is in pit lane. This is going to have some serious playoff implications going next week into Talladega. 13 drivers on the lead lap. Pace truck lights are out. Getting ready to go racing. 20 laps to go. Dave Lindahl, Ted Emenheiser make up the first row. Both drivers without a win this season. Both drivers not in the playoffs. This would be a great chance to play spoiler. David Wright won last week. He's not in the playoffs. Green flag back out. A great launch there by the 88. I don't think Emenheiser was really expecting this. He's dropped all the way to third now. Great draft going on. Ted Emenheiser pushing the 9 down the back straight. As Ronnie Outlaw is making his presence felt. He's going after the race leader, Richard Springer. Battle is on. Ronnie Outlaw had a look. He had to file back in behind the 21. That opened the door for the 88 to catch him again. And we're going to have a 3, 4, 5 truck race for the leader. Cyrus Jackson enters the picture with Jay Rogers. Down the backstretch, Ronnie Outlaw still trying to get alongside him. His 3 wide, almost third behind him. Sidear's Jackson, Stevenson working that inside lane. And contact there, the 88 into the wall with Jarrett Rogers. We're green for some reason. The 9 off to pit lane, that's probably why we're still green, because he got down onto the pit road surface. His engine is blown. I don't think caution will be coming out because he will not have a shot to compete anymore. You can see right there he got turned. The 88 of Dave Lindahl got turned, that is. Going back up to the race lead. Now a 4 truck race, the Sidears Jackson. Oh, and the 7 into the wall. Back behind him. Contact, contact, and more contact. We stay green again as he was able to keep it straight. Diving it down in there is Ronnie Outlaw. He really wants to get by Richard Springer as they're coming off of turn number 2. Lap trucks getting out of the way. Two truck race with 8 laps to go. Laps are winding down. Looks like Springer has a bit of an advantage now over the 51 of Ronnie Outlaw. Gonna be 5 laps to go at the line. Springer with a 3/10 of a second lead over Ronnie Outlaw. Going back to third is Sidears Jackson. Steven Sims is in 4th, and Austin Collins rounds out the top 5 as he's battling it out with the Pulsar to Adam Purcell. Three laps to go at the line. It's almost a half-second gap now. The last thing Springer wants to see is a caution. Jerry Riders has come down to pit lane. White flag is out for Richard Springer one more time around for the 21. Coming off of turn number 4, it's going to be the 21 of Richard Springer locking himself into the next round of the playoffs. Ronnie Outlaw coming home 2nd, Sidere's Traction 3rd. Steven Sims 4th, Austin Collins rounds out the top 5. While he burned it down, let's see if we can go through the unofficial results. Richard Springer leading 50 laps. Half the race comes home victorious. Ronnie Outlaw 1 lap led 2nd. Sidere's Jackson 3rd. Steven Sims 4 laps led 4th. Austin Collins 2 laps led 5th. Adam Purcell, the Pulsar, led the first 5 laps. He comes home 6th. Daniel Holloway 7th with 8 laps led. Ted Emmenheiser 8th. Brad Fosnon 9th, a great top 10 for him. Dakota Wilkins comes home in the 10th position. As ATVO is giving me a little bit of trouble. We're gonna see if we can pull in Richard Springer for an interview. Hey, Richard Springer, this is Broadcast Booth. You have a copy?
Yeah, why don't you let me catch my breath, for God's sake? Wow.
Yeah, that was a heck of a finish to tonight's race. Coming home with the win. As long as you show up next week, you will automatically advance to the next round. How does that sound?
You gonna show up? Yeah, I already knew that. It's only fair. No, that was something there racing with Outlaw. I just said, I'm not gonna give you the inside, baby. If he wanted to go around me outside, fine. So that's what I tried to do there at the end.
Yeah, you led the exactly half the race, 50 laps led. You had quite a dominant truck starting in second. No worries going into Talladega. So is your game plan changing going into next week?
Yeah, you said it, and Daniel just mentioned, of course, he's not going to let that one go by. My job is to push him to the win. So, okay, that's fine.
Fair enough. Gotta get your teammates to the next round somehow, that's for sure.
Right.
Well, got a mile-and-a-half dominance, it seems, this season, and going into the next round, there'll be 2 more mile-and-a-half tracks out of those 3 races. So you're looking pretty good. How do you feel?
Yeah, Charlotte, I've run really well. I think I won at Kansas with the pole, so that was a tough race too. That was a lot of battling, but yeah, so Kansas was good. So I feel pretty good. I got to get a win in the next round. It's really key to get a win. I mean, it takes so much pressure off. So, nobody in the chase got one last week, and I got one tonight, and we'll see who gets one tomorrow. Next week. So yeah, there's a big deal about getting a win, no question about it. So I'm hoping to help Daniel get up there and get a win next week.
Absolutely, Richard. It's awesome seeing you get the win. This is your 6th win on the season. You've been having one heck of a season, that's for sure. Do you have any shout-outs you would like to give out before we let you go?
In fact, we got a new guy, Mr. Kilrow, stepping up and doing some race control and streaming, and then of course you, James, for doing the broadcast and running the league. So one thing though, we had the unlimited tires, and I'd like to see have limited tires from now on. Maybe you can change that. So anyway, yeah, and shout out to all the guys. We only had 1 or 2 cautions, and the caution actually hurt me because I could make it. Me and Collins both could make it, and then the caution came out, and it kind of changed everything. But anyway, nice having 26 guys show up. So kudos to those boys.
Alrighty, Richard. Congrats again on your win. We'll see you next week at Talladega.
Thank you, James. Take it easy now.
And as we have the next page of the unofficial results listed, you see Dustin Eichert coming home 11th, the last driver on the lead lap. David Lindahl 1 lap down, 4 laps led in 12th. Ben Kincaid 13th, Jim Westerfield 14th. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I have a phone call. You can see the rest of the lineup on your screen. Hey guys, something came up in my life. I apologize. I'll get to the interviews of second and third place next week. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Everything is okay on my end. No need to have concern, and we'll see you next